That's the Bible. That's what that means. Okay? They're still fighting that war and must criminalize anti-Semitism, including BDS, Free Palestine, etc., as illegal incitement. They want to make it so if you say Free Palestine, that's incitement of violence, and you go to prison. If you say you support BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions, you go to prison because that's incitement of violence. Even though the whole fucking point.
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
Stop in the name of love.
That's the whole point. It's the exact thing that
The goat is here.
Yeah. Oh, we got,
Do Street Fighter, please.
Do Street Fighter, please. Well, we only got 2 teams in the East section.
Do we play?
Um,
I went to summer camp today. I got the burgers
Great.
in the back.
Live content update. A restart is required to play online game modes. Restart now.
Live content update.
Hopefully I'm still live. Okay, good. It didn't stop the
Can I
stream.
go to your house, please? College football 27. You are.
Good. I was hoping it wouldn't stop the stream.
Do you know Stop in the Name of Love by Diana Love?
Yeah, I think everybody knows that song.
Are you gonna try Marvel Tokon Beta?
When is it?
Because nobody wants to educate them. Fat, dumb, and happy, and everyone just wants to have a good life. They don't want to hear about 21 wars. They don't want to hear about reds, greens, and blues.
Do you listen
They
to
don't want to hear
Diana
about
Ross?
doubling.
Play the game before.
No, I really don't.
Tomorrow to Sunday.
Probably, I might actually do that. Also, the reviews are out for Halo Campaign Evolve, or
No, I
Halo.
really don't.
The reviews are out for Halo Campaign Evolved, and I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed off. I will be filming a video about that later. That video will come out in a couple days.
I didn't see Manny today. Steam says it's a mixed bag.
No, here's where I'm pissed. This is where I'm pissed, okay? So, the original
Manny used to be
game
a common name.
got a... The original game got a 97 on Metacritic.
Can I talk to Andrew, please?
Oh, I went 10-4 last season. I'm 16-11 overall. But the original game, original Halo, got a 97 on Metacritic. Okay? The new game that everybody says it's better, it's more modern, it's better, it's a lot of people say it feels like Halo 3 but in the Halo 1 world, gets an 81.
Hi, I'm Sam.
So why does the game from 2001 get a 97, but the game from this year gets an 81?
Justin is racist.
You see the problem?
Ben uses bad language.
Try that new baseball game. Maybe you want to dip your toes into JRPGs. Who even knows if you like those games? Maybe you've never played that today. GameFly lets you find out if you do like them for a lot
People are
less.
having to delete the Arcbook DLC just to play Halo Campaign Evolved.
$60 game. At least those 5 Funkos.
Why?
Smokemer uses bad language.
Games you read live on in your head and
Are we really having a hard time fighting an opponent?
reading this. You could have signed up for GameFly and probably saved millions of dollars. Maybe not millions. Let's face it. If you're a millionaire, you can afford to buy games that you never play. We're not saying that. That would be disingenuous. And we're only here to speak the truth, the realness, spit facts. Anyways.
Are we really having a hard time fighting an opponent on this game?
Are we really having a hard time finding an opponent? I'm hungry now.
Video games are pretty cool. Sports cars are cool. Keanu Reeves is cool. But when it comes to video game rental services by mail, GameFly is pretty cool. So do it. Just sign up.
What the fuck, man?
30-day free trial. You do need to be over 18. So
Oh, back up.
you yourself are old. It's savvy enough to want to save on video games. If you're old enough to vote,
I got it set for
What the
any
fuck, man?
tier.
Passoon
video
House.
games for less. Why a 30-day free trial?
Usually fighting an opponent's instant.
You're the USPS. And take
Like, what the fuck, man?
We've not
How many F teams are there?
and give us time.
I think there's like 5 or 6.
A couple days to deliver the game. But once you're up and running, swapping games is a cinch. We use our patented fast.
Well, this is bullshit.
Like what the fuck, man?
I'm not gonna hit continue because sometimes it'll make it to where you're stuck in the fucking menu and then you have to. Here, I'll back up. Alright.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
It's why our service is month to month. You can cancel anytime. There's nothing else.
So, you see, you got F teams, Florida, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, Florida State, Fresno State. There's 5 F teams. Is nobody playing? That's insane. Somebody's got to be
Is
playing.
nobody playing?
It says there's 5,590 people online.
I live in Florida. What country do you live in?
United States.
It's thousands of games. Oh, hey, is this stuff going? How do we stop this? Seriously, stop scrolling. I sat at my
United States.
play the whole game. 30
Fine, we'll continue.
Keep the games you love.
We'll see how long it takes to find an opponent. Oh, there we go.
Sound engineer, is he still in the studio? Hey, this booth is locked. Guys, stop joking. I have stuff to do. I'm just gotta get fired.
Fine, we'll continue.
But no,
You know who Zion is.
how in the Zion Williams? But no, how in the world do you give Halo Campaign Evolved an 81 on Metacritic?
I have the badge.
So
Ow.
Halo Campaign Evolved has the same score on Metacritic that Splatoon Raiders has.
Zion Williamson.
Great. This guy runs more than he throws, so he's going to be a problem. Because running, I've had a hard time stopping the run this year. West Virginia and East Carolina, they're actually sneaky natural rivals on that part of the country.
Liam Payne. I doubt Halo Campaign Evolved is that bad. Liam
Yeah,
Payne
no.
is another Liam.
How could, and congratulations on the badge, by the way. But how do you get a 97 on the original game? You make a game that's technically better in every way, and you get an 81. So what's going to happen to Ocarina of
Connor
Time?
Price is another Connor.
What's going to happen to Ocarina of Time? Is it going to get a lower score? All these remakes keep getting lower scores than the OGs. I think, I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed got a lower score than its initial
Michael
entry.
Jackson is another Michael.
Rayman will probably get a lower score. What's going to happen to Ocarina when Ocarina pops in with an 80 fucking 2 on Metacritic? People are going to lose their shit, man.
I know a Michael.
Caught it.
People are gonna lose their shit. Danton.
Will people lose their shit if Ocarina of Time is in the low 80s for Metacritic?
Ben 71,287. What was Star Fox?
The new one or the old one?
What was Star Fox? The new one or the old one? Liam is not a common name.
First down.
First down. Star Fox Switch 2 was 81, Star Fox 64 is 88.
Yeah, so and look up the Assassin's Creed one. Look up Black Flag.
Read chat.
What's up, man? Yeah, all the remakes are getting lower than the original reviews.
And Resynced was 84. Eat orange fried chicken, please.
Yeah, that's a little lower, but that's at least in the same ballpark.
Do you have a PS3?
No, I don't.
Eat orange zucchini, please.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but this Halo situation, 16 points lower? What's going to happen to Ocarina? If Ocarina's 16 points lower, that's going to be an 83. I just got stuffed.
Eat orange yogurt, please.
Eat orange yogurt.
Jam band me.
This marks the beginning of a modern preserve Xbox game from the past and bring them to this and not just state them in an office. I guess I got
I miss Justin Stuidos.
This was interesting. Here's friends on sale for $2.09.
Mr. Hunter.
It's actually pretty tempting to buy that Clive Day. It's not funny, actually. I never played it. I guess I'd be my back game. I was like, 50, like, damn. It's on sale for like 7 days.
Two Isaacs in the same weekend.
Games now available to purchase on PC. It is also Xbox Game Pass. If you only own a game license, a game on console.
Two Isaacs in the same weekend.
Which is awesome. Like, any of the monthly, it's all there. Xbox now. Like, just now.
Do we play?
Myself in the U.S. political system. I'm sure any man again. To my fellow citizens, America is back. There was this big review. Following them closer to
Hi, I'm Sam.
recess.
All right,
You're
Bob.
saying you don't want anything to do with the mail. I just don't want it. Everything is a lie.
Hi, Sam. All right, Bob.
Last winds up winning, which I'm sure. At that point, you have to ask yourself, is there a legal solution to the problems that we have?
Hi, Sam.
There isn't.
Spear!
Just got back from
They just announced the first Pro Consoles DLC character. It's Phoenix Force Cyclops.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely look into playing the beta. Oh, yes! He dropped it wide open! He wide open dropped it! Oh, yes! Look at that! Hit that receiver right in the hands. I love it. I love it.
Decontamination truck.
Apache.
So it's a hell of a lot like every water truck we've seen driving around in Iraq. And if you were driving 40 miles out into the middle of the desert to a place that doesn't have
False start. Back him up.
with him, and he goes, next thing, these air purification systems doesn't look like the same thing we got on top of our buildings, an HVAC system, like Delta. That's
Michael Hawkins.
Who's that? Turnover on downs. We got that ball back.
Who's who?
And he sent it in. I
Who's
totally
that?
discovered everything and watched the invasion. Everything is.
By the way, apparently Tyreek Hill's rehab is going very bad. And he's still nowhere close to ready.
If there were
I got Wheel of Fortune for the Switch.
acting on people, which there were, I've experienced them personally. And that's what it's not faith to me. It's fact. There is 100% fact. So when you look at it,
Quarterback sneak's dead.
it's business.
Quarterback sneak is 100% dead, man.
Sam.
They have really fucked up quarterback sneak, where you pretty much can't use it.
That's the truth. That's not
Rough
that
word.
there were supernatural.
Fuck, man.
Did you think about that? I definitely didn't grow up knowing that. Your wife said that God is always talking to you, but you don't hear it because you're distracted. Do you think that's true?
Fuck man.
Yeah. That all the praise I get to me. The idea that you know stuff that civilians don't
Do we
know.
Haley?
That's a kind of arrogance.
Spread them out.
Do we play?
And then if they could happen again, too round up.
Oh my god! Seriously, I couldn't get it a first down,
You
dude.
see all these people get up there, they get addicted to this fucking they do not need
I had it to second and inches, had 3 cracks at it, and couldn't get the first down.
Seriously.
Bullshit.
I couldn't get it to first down.
They can't say what they won't even stand up. They believe that we have the shit that's
Today is
happening.
not your day.
No, it's not.
They're totally it's going great.
Look at that missed tackle.
It's cancer.
My goodness.
We have this 1,400-acre island in the
Today
Mediterranean.
is not your day.
Full picture of the Epstein files are hiding.
Do we party please? My goodness.
Is anybody over there talking about the petrodollar? Is anybody talking about the schizophrenic leadership of the Cuban right now? Like this ship with Canada? Like, could you imagine like doing business with the US?
Not my SSJ.
Success enough for a sandwich.
Not my day.
Is the whole point of this business to find out how things work?
SEN.
Because you're just right. The phone is active. That's what we're saying. Yeah, I mean, there's some shit, you know, I mean, there's the...
Fall timeout.
Adam and Eve didn't get ejected from the garden because of their wickedness.
Hello, I'm Sam.
I so many expenses. I say this, the charges.
So Tyreek Hill put up. That guy got hurt. Very gruesome injury. Do you think that we're gonna? I mean, that it just looks weird. You know, seeing him like this. We're obviously not used to it. I think we thought it was gonna take him a while to kind of get back to full strength this year. Do you think we'll see Tyreek Hill the same guy he was before he got hurt, or is he gonna have to kind of reinvent himself and become a different version of himself?
Yes, man. Look, you know, I think maybe.
West Virginia.
All right, we're down 3-0. We held strong in the red zone.
And he's a lot further along where he's insinuated. But I will say this.
We're down 3-0.
Is going to start.
Yeah.
Right. Is that their number one overall picks?
Can I talk to Paul, please?
The number one pick
Yeah.
sleeper team. So I'm looking at the Super Bowl odds, right? And I'm starting at the bottom.
Where's Paul?
Here, and the first team that jumps out to me is the Miami Dolphins. Whoa! And I think they're gonna. Everybody's saying they're gonna win 3 games, 4 games. They're in a tough division. Yada yada.
Where's
yada.
Kay?
I get all that.
Was Rise of the Ronin too hard for you? Where's Paul?
Chicago Bears. I watch the Bears play.
Let's go.
A competent quarterback. He is the legitimate quarterback.
Man, he had it in his hands. He got it knocked away, but that was a difficult throw.
They are
10 little Indians.
Jeff Affleck, Green Bay. Jeff Affleck.
10 little Indians.
Cancel. I like pop.
Guys, no matter who they are, there's not a lot of sexy names.
Are you gonna use your debit card for PS Plus?
And I'm telling you, those teams.
I don't really have to do that. That one's really easy to figure out. You could really get those year-long cards.
Jets, that's guaranteed right now. They're going to be at least 30 and they are not going to be like those other first 5 teams. I did not see the Dolphins coming. I didn't think we'd even mention that. I'm going bottom up. Okay, and you know what? I'm kind of with you. But dude, let's Dolphins settle like that. I like their quarterback, and I love what they're doing with the head coach and the OC. I'm going the Tennessee Titans. Okay. As a sleeper team, I really think they could. I'm not saying they're going to win the AFC South, but I think they're going to be in the mix. I think Cam Ward is an absolute dog. And if you want to talk about guys...
Yeah, oh! I almost threw a pick.
They made that huge lead last year. I think
Yeah, East Carolina. I mean, there's purple. They're Pirates.
Calvin Ridley.
I mean, there's 140 teams in Division One. You're gonna see some stuff that reminds you of teams. I think their uniform and their mascot and whatever is pretty unique, actually, in Division One.
They're my number ones. Like that. So what you got, baby? I gotta be honest, man. You stole Tennessee from me. Whole argument already. So that moment ahead.
I'm no good at hula.
John Cena told me about pivoting.
You know good at hula?
Switch up the things. I don't know why, but I got a feeling about it. I love that one. I checked this out the other day for somebody
Is balance bubble on refit if you fall a single time you fail? You're no good at hula.
Huh.
Kyler Shaw, I'm not an all-22 guy. But all the all-22 guys that I follow and know, they know more than me. I'm never going to sit there and try to pretend that I know more than I do, but the guys that do know.
I didn't get in.
He's awesome. Yep. You got Alvin Kamara, he just re-signed with him, and Travis Etienne, because, changed the pronunciation of the job. Everybody Cam's down there. I don't know, guys.
I didn't get in.
I still didn't get in.
I like it. I like these picks. I like the same thing playing a very clean-up position as well. The Panthers won that last year with a stub.
Come on, push the line.
Just saying.
I'm in. Finally, I can get a short yardage freaking play go my way. God, Lord.
You did a great job.
Finally.
Heads up, we did.
Finally.
He's challenging. He's challenging. I got in, and the clock's running. The clock's running. Go, 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 go. What the fuck?
Good all the time.
Snap the ball.
I got in.
Tennessee.
I got it.
We got two more rounds.
What the fuck?
Check us out every single day streaming live.
That was crazy. My heart's pumping.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds of living units.
Where's the ball starts?
That's halftime.
That was crazy.
They fucking reversed the call on my ass. They left the clock running. I'm running out of time.
Therapist, keep that in mind
It's
when we watch
halftime.
this. But we'll watch it one time in its entirety because it's a short clip, and then we'll rewatch it together while we kind of discuss the things.
Good God, I snapped that. I had no time at all.
I break up with my icon.
Awesome
Like, human
house.
growth pictures, absolutely 100%. I would, because I would know that he would not make a good husband. I would know that into marriage, I would
Oh, God.
be shady. I would know that he would throw me off the purpose. I would know that he would throw me off the game. Present, I know that I wouldn't feel safe. I know that I wouldn't feel secure. I would rather go to the short-term plan and continue with him than the long-term plan. Show me right from the beginning was that.
All right, so what you were saying makes sense, right? It's relatively logical and easy to understand at a surface level. But I want to rewatch this and have a little bit of a
Flag.
deeper discussion.
Huh.
Because I think that this is a great opportunity to have the discussion around this.
Down you go.
When I wake up with an icon and like the other growth pictures, absolutely 100%.
Okay, we'll stop right there because when a woman says this, I always want to challenge her a little bit because every single time I've talked to a woman who complains about
Hello,
her
I'm
boyfriend or
SSL.
guys in general liking women's photos on social media, they don't seem to think
Hello, I'm Sam.
he has a leg to stand on. He doesn't like guys liking her photos and commenting on her photos. So they can make her hypocrisy. They think that a guy looking at other women is a bad thing. But if her advertising herself, that's not so bad. You grow up. Stop being so insecure. I'm an enlightened woman. I can police it. That's not really bad a lot of times. And it's one of the social norms that guys should probably challenge a lot more. Now, most of them
Hello, I'm
don't
SSL.
because they don't like people
Hi,
calling them
I'm Sam.
insecure or whatever. The fact of the matter is, most women use social media to advertise themselves. Whether they want to admit that or...
All right, Sam, I need your support. Let's get this win.
Do we
So,
play?
one, right off the bat, that we can call out is Venus Pack.
Jump on it, jump on it.
Jump on it. Jump on it.
Let's get this win.
Yeah, let's get this win.
I would, because I would know that he would not make a good husband. I would know that in marriage, I would
Shit.
be shady.
Again, what about you?
Yeah, let's get this
For
win.
him to like other women's photos, fair enough. What about all the boys' photos you like?
I'll tell you guys something that I saw recently with a guy named Brian Whitfield. Brian messaged me on Instagram about 2 months ago. We were talking about this very situation. His girl was throwing a tantrum because he had liked a photo of a chick that he knew from work. And it was an innocent photo of her husband, and their dog. Now, he ended up getting a DM from one of his buddies.
Hello, I'm Smop.
They usually know. And his buddy goes, hey, come on.
Damn it.
Check this out.
Just give him a touchdown.
Do we play? Do we sports resort, please?
You gotta be careful when it comes to these discussions because a lot of people.
Wii Sports Resort. I may get Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm really considering it.
But then they'll also flip the script and say, hey, Brian, you're so worried about
He just took a delay game.
being so insecure. Hey, look, if you got problems, she needs to leave you. I don't like this, dude. I don't like it at all. And it's
I
one
may
of the
get
reasons
Nintendo
why
Switch
those game
Sports.
dynamics have gotten just so messy. We are giving a lot of women a pass to the bad behavior under the rules of not wanting to be looked at as insecure. Common sense out the window, all the safe face from your peers who are all been gaslit into playing by an ignorant set of rules themselves.
I would know that he would throw me off my purpose. I would know that he would throw me off the game. I know that I wouldn't be present. I know that I wouldn't feel safe. I know that I wouldn't feel secure. I would rather go through the short-term pain of ending it with him than the long-term commitment of being bound to a man who showed me right from the beginning who he was.
So, I think it's Rollo Tomasi, I could be butchering this, I'm going to paraphrase, who says something along the lines of, when it comes to dating and relationships, guys are the salesmen and women are the advertisers. And again, I apologize for butchering this. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi, I believe it's 2% of this. Basically, guys go out trying to sell themselves to lock a woman down or to
Hello, I'm
whatever
Sam.
flows on to you. And women advertise themselves. Now, we have this unwritten rule, right, in society where, as a man, once you get into a committed relationship, you stop selling. You stop being a salesman, you stop being a salesman.
There you go.
The same thing. They are not told that they have to stop advertising, and social media is a perfect place to discuss that. If the guy is going out trying to sell himself or interact in any way with the women, they all agree that, hey, he's being a dirtbag, he's being a dog. That's not what
Yeah, I fucked that play up.
women expected to stop advertising.
I really confused myself on that one.
Can still post a bikini picture for the beach. She can still post the thirsty gym photo. She can still post whatever
Hello.
photo she wants to advertise herself.
Hello, man.
Despite that,
Going to the fourth quarter.
inappropriate attention from men. And if you call that out, you're told that you're the bad guy. So why do we have that double standard? Why is it that men are told to stop selling while women are allowed to keep advertising? It's very messy, and it's something that causes a lot of problems because we can't just have a clear-cut conversation. Because of the propaganda and the social programming that comes with all the toxic movies and television and music and
Stopped it.
media, we have this really a blurry picture. We have this really fuzzy screen here and a muddy discussion where we almost can't hold women to the same standard as they expect. And
Oh! Fucking
I
dropped!
think it's a pretty cut topic. I think it's pretty logical, pretty easy to comprehend. But
Wow.
that's where the gaslighting comes in. Anytime you try to have the discussion, you're cut off. You're silenced,
dropped.
or you're drowned out by the gaslighting. You're insecure. Oh, stop looking at my stuff, or you're controlling. In fact, I'll tell you something else about that same Brian kid that I talked about earlier.
Damn it!
That, I think, is the message
I'll go for it.
of a situation like his girl was flipping out because he had liked a photo from a coworker of her husband, her boyfriend, and the dog.
Damn it.
And Brian did something that a lot of you guys are probably not going to agree with. Brian got into her phone when she was sleeping. Whether you like that or not, it's not the
That's like a punt. Arm punt.
It was so vocal about dedication and commitment and loyalty, and so much of even liking your coworker's photo is a sin. He got into that girl's DMs of what he had found. He found endless conversations with guys that were very inappropriate, trading photos. In fact, it was about 24 hours before he got into her phone that the last photo was sent between a young man and her. So sometimes you see people that project like this, especially women, and they talk so much about cheating, and they think they're cheating all the time. In many cases, it's a projection because they have such a guilty conscience. In my experience, where I've seen that is the case a lot of the time. You see a woman like this, very, very
Wow.
about how toxic social media is because she knows full well, firsthand, how toxic and inappropriate social media is. But that addiction to the attention and validation, the narcissism that comes along with that attention that feels so good, and when you get off of social media, it's very hard to break that. And that's why you get this dishonesty.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me? The quarterback!
Of each other in the relationship. A lot of these women, they cannot let go of that attention validation because it feels so good. Remember, humans are incentive-based. Humans are very flawed. We don't do well with temptation. We don't do good with
Are you
lust.
serious?
We don't do good
Are you serious?
at our fingertips.
Are you
Very
kidding
addictive
me?
in many cases.
Wow.
No,
A fucking 3rd and 6, a fucking quarterback keeper
nobody uses social
for like 80 yards. Up the middle.
Things that women, that's their bread and butter. They know social media is their go-to for attention, validation, endearment,
I don't even know what to say.
just getting attention from men. And as much as they want to tell you that it's not a big deal, or it's not happening, or they know how
He's
to
pressing the line. It's almost daring me to go deep.
ask them to stop calling it out. That's because they are addicted and they don't want to stop. Many people make the argument that as a man today, if you want a shot at a healthy relationship, you're going to have to find a needle in the haystack woman who doesn't have social media, has never had social media, very old-fashioned, reads books and gardens and is into art and crocheting, and you're going to have to find a woman who has nothing to do with modern indulgences.
Hi, I'm
I
Sam.
hear a lot of people say, hey,
Man, this has been a difficult game.
discuss that for yourselves on how likely you are to find that, how logical that is, how reasonable that is. But if you're being honest with yourself, they're not wrong. Social media and smartphones bring a slew of toxicity, and I think women get the better end of that, and they indulge in it more than men. I know that's not the popular opinion on social media and in our society, but I would argue that it's all in the face. Everybody knows, I don't think anybody can disagree with the statement that women get endless attention and validation and temptation on social media. Way more than the average man. Nobody can argue against that successfully. So,
Oh, I was just out of reach.
relationships, even if they are really good at releasing that, they're still being relatively toxic by advertising themselves guilt. By knowingly receiving all of that temptation and knowingly advertising themselves when they know that they're going to receive tons of sales pitches from other men, whether it's lightly or very directly, doesn't matter.
2-minute warning.
They know that they're doing it. And I just think that it's toxic, and most women cannot resist the temptation that comes with this. It comes with advertising yourself on social media.
We're going to change the play up.
It feels even better to be told that you're beautiful by a bunch of handsome chads. They get a lot of that on social media, and they know it. So, I don't know her personally. I'm not saying that she has the right to say this. And what she,
I mean, you can jump forward or just stand there.
Good messages and comments and likes than any guy that she's dating. I think that's a safe bet. So, this conversation is a fair one as long as we have it fairly. And if we're going to have it fairly, we're going to have to be honest and say that women...
Did I get the first? Barely. Barely.
Or liking other women's photos, surely should understand where he's coming from when he said he doesn't like you getting likes and attention from other men as well. Anyway, hopefully I made sense with my rant here. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Until next time, boys, God bless. Be well. Try to keep your head up. I'm out.
Yikes, you're ruining men so bad when they're feminists. Are you trolling? So did she, like, do you think you're a bad person? Do you think you're a good person or a bad person? I think I'm a good person.
Come on.
But I mean, but, like, at the end of the day, oh, it's like, oh, they want to be with me and this and that, but it's like, I don't know. I'm like, why aren't they?
Gotta bounce.
No. Oh, definitely. Yeah, so you were okay with just like ruining people for your own personal benefit. Like, why do you want the person?
Damn it, that's it, man.
That's insane. It's hurting someone else. You got
That fucking sucks. I took the shot, it was 1-on-1 deep. I need to score quick, but that didn't work out.
I'm just saying, it's for my entertainment, just like, also, why are you above a guy? Because most women hate guys for exactly what you're saying. On those men that women say, I hate all men. Yeah, or that's literally what you are. You're no better than a man. Okay, that's why I find it funny. You think it's funny to ruin people's lives? It's that people know when it's ruined. And if a girl is telling you lies, you know the truth. Like, no. It's so funny. I'm so serious. Like, you are on Facebook, you're on Facebook. If you say it. You should believe that. Why did that matter to me though? You know the context about it at all. So like, it's under false pretenses. Yeah, it's different.
No way! The quarterback! The quarterback again!
Actually, this is actually a good point. Would you consider it sexual? Sorry, SA to a certain extent, because you're getting these men under false pretenses.
What the hell, dude? Eli, what's going on, brother?
Children, I'm going to give you security, I'm going to give you money.
Come on, man.
No, but they actually lie about it. Would you consider that SA? You've spoken about this before. It's false, right?
I'm actually, I don't know what to say.
Are you washed?
Am I washed? Am I washed? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till next game to find out, right?
I like don't worship.
Well, no, it would just be like,
There's a drop.
fuck, and then you never talk to him again.
Well, I mean, but it's kind of like the same thing.
Or you say you're looking for a relationship, but you actually aren't, which is something that some men certainly do. To answer your question, let me first up the TTS. Syria, and they took $200. Thank you, man. Well, this is the problem with prostitutes. You try all the ice cream flavors, then get told to settle for the rest of your life. Really develop expectations of how it's taken. Exterior, thank you for the TPS.
Oh, I can run up the middle and nothing good happens.
Flavors, like women have access to all this ice cream when they turn 18, and men have to wait until like their late 20s and 30s before they get this, like even like a sliver of these.
Batted down at the line.
That even average or below average women enjoy. And some men, even in their 20s and 30s, don't ever enjoy. Or the tables turn even like slightly a little bit to answer the question. No, so I don't think it's SA.
No,
I think it's morally wrong.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not. Legally, it's not.
I do want to add something though, because I feel like there's a fine line. 'Cause, like, all of us big OnlyFans, I feel like that to a certain extent, it can almost be like I don't agree with that, I will say. But I do want to add that, like, big OnlyFans, you're giving some guys, depending on like what you give, some guys you are giving them the expectation of that they could like a relationship with you, exactly. Like, like sometimes, like, it depends on what kind of
Read this chat for us. Read this chat. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
Tony Caroline, you can say you attacked that man. Let me know you attacked for 10G or no 10G. Oh my gosh, wait, this. Men are way more ready guys than women are. We're the loyal ones, not y'all.
Am I washed?
And we can't bring back Kyoko. The other people.
I'm lucky they didn't call PI on that.
Okay. Men are also the true romantics.
Yeah.
Men are the romantics. Okay, alright.
Romance is so cute, yeah. They're so cute.
Also, you receive men and
Really, so cute.
like when women talk about romance, it's all about us doing things for you. Like, it's not women doing these romantic
Really?
things.
He caught that?
And could be romantic. But, yeah. Okay. What were we talking about?
Heritage others.
Men doing bad things.
And not just you all are together. I think that is a different
Man, I'm washed, dude.
tendency. That's just like, that's a bad person. It's a bad person. Like, that's just a bad person. Like, are you a bad person because you like to do things for others?
I know it will not matter to the vast majority of you, but I did want to make a video very, very briefly explaining two things to make very, very clear that I was seeing some of the video I made yesterday about no diss, no buy being a failure. Number one, say, Jaffa, you're a shill. How much do they pay you for that? Here's how I go for a shill. Herman Holtz, go take red hot poker, stick it up your anus. And Jimmy Ryan, my opinion, I understand it, allegedly, Alan Becker.
I gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter.
What is Jack on about now?
He thinks that no disc, he thinks that the whole protest against PlayStation isn't going to work about the no disc in 2028. And people say no disc, no buy protest. He don't think it's going to work.
Secondly, the people coming to me saying, oh, Jackie, games don't have to be $300. What are you talking to, motherfucker? Explain something to you. This is what I play. The vast majority of my gaming time is Steam. It is not big three. I mean, no, I am playing recently. I have been playing Assassin's Creed, Black Flag Precinct. But if you look at the
They
shit
will
I
end up
play,
buying
it
it
is
anyway.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I think he's right. That doesn't mean that
titles. There are some.
I don't think he's supporting the loss of physical games. I just think he's pointing out the reality. Boycotts aren't working. You know, they don't. Like, it's a lot of people yelling, but let's see what happens come to PS6. Let's see what happens, you know?
I agree.
Now, they could be what I'm not buying the PS6 at launch, but my reasoning isn't because of that. My reasoning is because it's going to be too fucking expensive, and I don't think it's necessary. There won't be any exclusive games for it.
My PlayStation recently.
So here's the other E team, Eastern Michigan.
I have not turned and Ghost of Yode was brilliant. Fucking love this. Love Ghost of Yode. Couldn't stand this. Love the demo, but that's an indie game. So, no shit, motherfuckers. You think I don't know most of the best games are not the $300 billion games? I know that. You're grasping at straws because you can't actually argue the facts that I presented in my video. I didn't say I want your thing to fail. I just said that it is going to fail. It probably already has failed. That's it. That's all. I'm not the bad guy here. I just think you're wasting your energy and your time. You should, you know, everything has a season, everything has a time. That's done. So,
Who are we going against? By the way, look, we're at Eastern Michigan's field. They have a gray field. We're going against UAB. Oh no, this guy's won 2 college football playoff championships. I'm about to get smoked.
When it comes to the diarrhea lettuce, okay? March 2025, Taylor Farms contributes $1 million to the Make America Great Again campaign. Days after the FDA delays the food traceability route, the FDA informs Taylor.
Wow.
that's the best way to try to
I'm gonna get smoked. Look at this field, man. I didn't even know Eastern Michigan had a gray field. I know Eastern Washington had a red field. Boise State had a blue field. This either is new or I'm just learning about this now.
So I wanted a new credit card. Not a hit my credit. Good thing Experian has no ding decline. They match me with cards that won't ding my credit if I don't get approved. So I got the card that I wanted and didn't worry. Get me back.
What is it? Comes in with his husband.
So this last time, 80K, 50 if I'm with the kids.
Right.
$1 million right there.
$1 million.
You said to the list.
Say it one more time.
$1 million a year. So you think you're worth $1 million a year.
I've heard this clip before.
Fine. SummerSlam. It's all on. Brought to you by the Seth That is so good. Like I said, number 5. And I semi-raced 6 years ago, 2020, during the pandemic era. I am wrestling Dominic Mysterio, the younger Mysterio, now very young, finally coming to home. At this time, he was just Rey Mysterio's stupid little son. Look at him there, that Rey Mysterio here, with all of the images in the background, because we didn't have any fans there. Really, it was a special time. For me, it was really special. Rey is someone that I've looked up my entire life. Someone I always loved. I used to watch him WCW, heavyweight champion, WWE, and SummerSlam against Kurt Angle, one of the greatest of all time, and honor for me to bring Dominic Mysterio into SummerSlam. His first match at a huge pay-per-view, and I'm wearing it there. See the Rey Mysterio gear that he made very famous at the Halloween Havoc. Way back in the day. So that's number 5. Number 4. This is kind of a 2-parter, but we're going to go with the more recent version. 2023, I get redemption when I beat Finn Balor to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, the reason I say I get redemption is because way back, 2016, SummerSlam, Finn Balor and myself, the inaugural Universal Championship, the old big red title that we had, and I lost that match. And then there's a long story history. He had a shoulder injury, powerbomb that I gave him into the guardrail during that match. And we never really felt like we got to have a match that we wanted.
this sort of redemption for both of us. Very happy that I got look at that expansion. That is beautiful. That is a great shot.
Yeah, I always remember when Seth did that buckle bomb on Finn Balor, hurt his shoulder, and Finn Balor never really was the same again as far as like having a chance to win the title. What was that?
Brock Lesnar, main event SummerSlam, Toronto of the Universal Championship. I beat Brock Lesnar earlier in the year at WrestleMania for the title. He had won Money in the Bank, cashed in on me. He was going in as the champion. I was SummerSlam trying to get the title back. And I was able to time out a lot of running with Brock Lesnar. He is one of, if not the craziest athletes I've ever been in the ring with my entire life. And, you know, sometimes those matches aren't what you want them to be. The SummerSlam match against Brock Lesnar was essentially David versus Goliath on the college story. And I was so proud when it turned out to get to be in there with Brock and have what I know classic SummerSlam match. And I got the full count. Now, number 2, maybe this was a tough one. Taking it to 2015, Seth Rollins versus John Cena, winner take all. I'm the WWE champion.
I remember that at SummerSlam too, with Seth Rollins versus Cena, winner take all for the U.S. title and the WWE title.
Jon Stewart, I was able to defeat John Cena in the main event, and I would take on both titles in the infamous White Ranger year there. Still lives right now, that year on display.
I'm surprised it's not number 1 for him.
You're on your way to the year. That's right now. It's an actual year in all of its glory. There I am. 2 titles, double champ. Didn't last too long. Special night, obviously, we're going to be great. Couch, Cena, SummerSlam.
He had the ball the whole quarter.
I was in a house with us. You were in there with it, everything that you thought.
Oh, I was losing my mind. I had a video of being like, so nuts that you thought that they'd bring in.
Good time. Good time. And finally, the number 1 moment in my SummerSlam history. There's a lot to choose from. I thought that way back my first lumberjack match at SummerSlam. I looked around, but really, is there anything better than is there anything better than the show? Each part, obviously, with Shake Man. Severe hearing. Quite diagnosed. But when the time came, I was able to shed the crutches, run down, hit Charles Montgomery in the face with that beautiful black.
No! On 4th and goal! Congress is calling for Asha Sharma to be fired.
Firing people and replacing them with a bunch of Indians and H-1B1 visas. Based off of the surrounding circumstances, it's very easy to fall into the trap of saying, oh, I bet she is. Sounds like something that they would do because...
Congress wants Asha Sharma fired from Xbox.
I do not see any hard evidence of that, and what has transpired took place with Phil Spencer was in charge. And I feel like people that are starting to accuse her are missing that key point. But we're going to give you all the information that I can find and let you make your decision on this. This is Eric Doherty. Not familiar with him. He is the Chief Content Officer of Brightline News, has 1.1 million followers on X. Just in, Fed Chair Kevin Warsh is now receiving calls to fire Xbox CEO Asha Sharma from the Fed's task force after she was exposed H-1B workers to replace Americans. Sharma laid off thousands of Americans, then hired foreigners, which again, I would need to see some solid proof of that coming in. Reverend Riley Moore, well, I want her to be removed. She's the head person of this task force. Once the Fed hire your workforce and apply for H-1B visas, the H-1B visa program needs to be done away with, which I agree with. It is a scam. It's a scam for replacing our people in the United States. This right here is the takeaway. What are we focusing on her for? We are allowed to make the rules here. We can supersede whatever's happening with someone who may be of Indian descent, even though she's a United States citizen and born and raised in America, as far as I understand. Americans can make the rules on H-1B visas. But we are a country, not an international free trade zone. So let's hear.
So they get their H-1B visa approved, and then they get fired from Microsoft. Apparently, just in the letter to Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh, after the CEO of Xbox was appointed to the Fed's Productivity and Jobs Task Force. Have you heard that?
I have not heard back. You know, it's a little breaking news. I just sent this late afternoon yesterday before we head to the floor.
Damn it! Fuck this!
So she's productivity and jobs on this task force. I mean, I guess what's the strategy? Fire your workforce and apply for H-1B visas.
I think where's the proof that she's done this? Like, maybe she has, but why is he leading with that information? Like, this sounds like he's just levying accusations against her, which is kind of fucked up.
The H-1B visa program needs to be done away with. I think it's a scam. I think it's replacing our people here in the United States. We are a big country. We're not a free trade zone where everybody can come in and compete for a job. The American worker is the only worker in the world that has to compete with workers from all over the world inside their own borders. And we have millions of people graduating college and technical school and trade school every year.
Let's go.
Not out. And I don't think that that's right. I think we need to get rid of the H-1B visa program.
I wholeheartedly why wouldn't it? Because we have many lobbyists that are fighting for these massive corporations like the Qualcomms of the world, or other companies that use lots of that's from India for a third of the price that you pay someone in America, or less. And you can bring them into this country.
Touchdown!
And pay them a third less than the price of someone in America. And because they are H-1B visa, they have to accept the terms of that contract.
I'm going for 2.
And that's the way they get in India, which is why they do it. Which is fucked, but that's why it happens. That's why it will never go away. Because these corporations utilize it. They can use these people and pay less money out. And the shareholders love it. Because no.
Oh, I didn't get it! I was so close. I'm actually going to challenge the... Well... Never mind, I won't let me challenge. I thought I was close enough, maybe I could have crossed the plane. Yeah, I'm looking at that replay, and that... I need to challenge this. It's not letting me. Alright, fuck it. I feel like I was across the plane.
Yeah, why they're foreign. I mean, they get to import cheap foreign labor from all over the world. But we are a country. Citizens do have, I think, some kind of exclusivity.
So that's basically what I'm saying, too. They get to import cheap labor from all over the world. That's why it's a thing. Riley M. Moore, breaking. I sent a letter to Fed Chair Kevin Warsh urging Xbox CEO Asha Sharma from the Fed's Productivity and Jobs Task Force after laying off thousands of American workers and H-1Bs. We need to stop replacing American workers. She should be removed. Okay, where is the evidence of this? I have this article from Yahoo News from a couple weeks ago. CEO under fire for layoffs amid foreign worker industry now appointed to Fed's task force on jobs. CEO of a popular U.S. gaming brand on Thursday was appointed to a high-level Fed Reserve task force, despite ongoing fury over her company's recent firing of 1,600 workers, while being approved to hire thousands of foreign visa workers. This, as far as I understand with the timing of it, was during Phil Spencer, not Asha Sharma. So maybe this was all a coordinated effort to make her not look bad, and they to play the long game on this, but I don't even give Microsoft that kind of credit. Asha Sharma, who heads Microsoft's Xbox division, announced layoffs earlier this week. Microsoft said that it will lay off 48 people in total, while it had been approved earlier this year, Reed, back when Phil Spencer was running the company, to hire 2,273 foreign H-1B visa employees. My standpoint on this is we should probably take a look at the H-1B program. I think that's the greatest takeaway from all of this. Instead of trying to pin it on her if she gets to be fired, why the fuck did we have this in the first place? Why is she able to do this? Why is anyone in America able to do this? According to data from the U.S. Citizen and Immigration Service, at the height of the wrath over the layoffs this week, the Fed Reserve moved forward with appointing Sharma to a newly created advisory within the central bank. Again, I feel like she's getting piled on right now. And it's a big problem. She's firing the problems at Microsoft, at Xbox division specifically. She is fixing a glitch. And now people are piling on her for, oh, she's probably going to be using those H-1B visas that were approved previously to refill those positions. Okay, maybe. If that does happen, we have a massive story to talk about. But as of right now, I'm not seeing that happen. Especially like
Call timeout. 4th down for him. He'll have a decision to make.
5,000 people. And then replacing them with a bunch of Indian dudes? Like, no, that ain't gonna fly. In the gaming industry, I think we all know the gaming industry is very particular with how the games get made, and hiring a bunch of Indian engineers is not going to fix the game problem. So I don't foresee that happening. But that's not stopping many outlets pushing the story. Even groups as U.S. Brand fires 1,600 employees after securing thousands of foreign work visas. This is fun with words.
All right, I'm taking over.
Saying something that isn't actually what happened, because technically these two things happen, but they're two very different times, and they're putting them together like, oh, they happened together. Asha Sharma fired everyone, and now she's replacing them with H-1B, and we have proof because they already got proof of these earlier this year. Yeah, before she was working there. So why are you blaming her for that? And I hate to be the guy that's defending her, because many people know I was the first one to pile on her when I was like, what are they doing? And then I see what she's doing, I'm like, oh, I actually like what she, I don't have any issues at all. I feel like people are just, especially in politics, they're quick to jump on the idea of a story to get clicks, to get attention, to get votes, instead of actually looking at what the problem is. If they actually cared about fixing the problem, they look at the H-1B program and completely overhaul it. Jack Hudson just in, Fed Reserve Chair Kevin Morris is facing calls to remove Xbox executive Asha Sharma from the Federal Reserve Task Force after she was exposed for H-1B hiring practices. Again, do you guys notice the spin of the media? She was not exposed for this. Where did she hire anyone with an H-1B after Microsoft Xbox Game Studios? Like, if we have a of this happening, I am all in. I'd like to think if that did happen,
Congress just can't let us have anything good.
Judgment on that actually does happen. Right now, I feel like this is much ado about nothing if people just want to jump on her and
yeah, I don't know. I think Smash JT makes sense. The story doesn't really connect. Like the HB1s, job vacancies, they were approved before she took over, and they haven't even used the jobs. They just fired the people because it's trying to slim down Xbox.
Heavy lifting does he want to do at this stage of his career? That's what I keep coming back to, and that's why I keep coming back to the Miami situation being the most set up. They didn't build this team from LeBron, but it's built from LeBron. The best player that he can play with right now on any of these teams is Giannis Antetokounmpo. You take a look at what they're going to be defensively when you put Bam and Giannis out there with potentially Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins.
I'm taking the points. I'll take the points.
Get the ball off the rim, run the break. He's got Bam on one side, he's got Giannis on the other side. And here's the thing, and this is to me the biggest difference between here and Cleveland. He doesn't have to protect James Harden.
All right, we'll go into half with the lead.
He's going to have guys protecting him on defense. And people talk about what this Miami roster needs. It needs him. it needs him. Like everybody talks about the shooting. They added Tim Hardaway Jr.
And I get the ball to start the half, so.
A lot of the from Milwaukee, a lot of these guys are going to shoot better just because Giannis is. We've seen that happen. Milwaukee was the best three-point shooting team in the league last year, and they didn't have elite three-point shooters across the roster when Giannis played last season. So the shooting percentages are going to go up. They need a playmaker. They need somebody with LeBron's basketball IQ. He knows Spoelstra. He knows everybody in the organization. It's a natural fit. So to me, it just comes down to this, okay? If he really wants to win, I still think it's Miami, okay? If he wants to go home, I get it. It's still Cleveland, because Cleveland is more home for him than Miami is. I don't really know about the Philadelphia thing.
If he wants to be, like I said earlier, if he wants to be a god, he drives to Philadelphia. If he wants to be even more of a god than he already is.
But it's a huge risk. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it can go really badly in the first one. I don't really know what the risk is in Miami and Cleveland.
I just had to get rid of that ball quick. He was bringing the heat.
I think there's things that you have to question about the basketball fit of it all. In saying that, they did advance to the Eastern Conference Finals with Dean Wade as their starting small forward. If you take Dean Wade out of the equation and you put LeBron in that spot, are you going to tell me that team...
Fuck, man. Yeah, I got to get the ball out real quick. He's bringing a heat like crazy.
I definitely think they'd be able to compete in the Eastern Conference with LeBron. And I think for this Cavs team, for all the things that you would bring on the court, just this multi-dimensional guy who makes everybody around him better. I think what this organization needs most from LeBron is the stuff that he brings behind the scenes.
Dropped it. Freaking dropped it.
Has accomplished stuff together. Right? Since Donovan Mitchell got here, they've won 50 games or more 3 times in 4 years.
I mean, he was contacted, but still. Both hands on the ball.
He didn't follow 3 New Vegas and 4.
Oh, wow. Sounds like fun.
So there are things that this work has accomplished. They know how to win games.
Sounds like fun.
They know how to be champions. It's the question that exists.
What's the behind-the-scenes stuff you're talking about, for instance, and waiting to get to that next level?
I think the leadership stuff, I think the culture stuff.
You know, there's some letters that have 12 teams in them. Those streams will be like freaking 6-7 hours long at least.
How to bring out the best because he knows how to communicate in a way that is going to bring out the best. And that's what I think at times the Cavs have suffered from.
Like, those streams are going to be ridiculous.
Mix it up behind the scenes and say the difficult things.
My God,
behind the scenes.
Are you talking about the Cavaliers and the Sixers right now? Because
I don't know. We only got 2 teams today. We're already at 1 hour and 12 minutes of this stream. There hasn't been a lot of, like, rage quits. Like, we play a lot of full games this year. More than Madden and more than college football 2 years ago. And games take longer because they put it to 4 minutes. And they got rid of accelerated clocks, so games take longer, which is... I think the flow of the game feels more natural. I do think it's an improvement. I do think this is better than the first time we played college football.
In, like, slitting your throat and then drinking the blood level of competitiveness. Okay, in that series against the Celtics, right, everybody's feeling, even if it was largely dissipated following series against Mars, right? And like the Mars to a certain extent, that okay, maybe this is though, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, it gave everybody some hope. It did. Which the next.
That's Catcher. Microsoft's just had a very bad day. Xbox Live is down. The Halo remake is not working on Xbox. It's actually completely broken on PC as well. It only works on the PlayStation 5. I am working on
wow.
For the Halo remake.
Xbox Live is down and Halo doesn't work well on the Xbox version.
Commercials for Xbox. If you want to play the games you own, you have to watch a 2-minute commercial every hour. The games you own. Now, This is why I hate the idea of the all-digital future. It's because you never really own anything. If I don't have a disc, if I don't have the ability to play stuff offline, that means that not only am I renting it, but it means that Hive Mind and whatever corporation I'm currently playing on, I'm still under their guidance. If they want to deactivate my console, if they want to show me commercial, if they want to shut it off and just charge me to play for every single hour I play it, you don't like the idea of like a commercial in general, right? Turning it on in between matches and calling it watching an Arby's ad, or oh man, I'm trying to get rid of that next big RPG boss fight, and I have to like see Domino's or something like that, right? This is extremely stupid, and they're trying to phrase it as a good thing. Microsoft's top executive, Matthew Hall,
He ran it on 3rd and 12. Very conservative here. Going to try to take the points.
I'm actually very annoyed. But let's break this down, because this is the kind of stuff that I think is genuinely going to kill video games permanently. Let's get it. Nice.
Freaking Xbox putting ads in games. That's wild.
Like and subscribe if you haven't already. As you can see, Xbox.
All right, I'm down.
A bit funny.
10-9.
Crazy to me. It's just busted on Xbox. It really does feel like in a lot of ways that Xbox just doesn't care about the Xbox platform. Just people like this are in charge. Matthew Ball is the CSO. This dude is a complete AI psychopath. I mean, this guy literally thinks that AI is going to destroy the world, and he's super happy about it. He thinks that every single industry should be completely run by robots. I don't understand it, but look at this psycho thing, right? Oh, we're so ready. We have just enabled Xbox Insiders to stream select games from their library, aka the games you own, and they go more into that in a second. You can now play them with an ad-supported option. Look how it phrases this. We're starting with the player. These ads should create value. What does that mean? They won't interrupt the flow of gameplay. We hold ads to the same quality as our content, so 0. We're clear about what is an ad, and we make sure the ads fit what players expect on each platform. God, this is clearly just an AI-generated Slack tweet. This dude does not care about his job or gaming or Xbox. This is...
Man, come on. We got to do something.
Just AI-generated. Who would ever say, we're starting with the player, ads should create value? I don't care about creating value. Is it creating value for the player? Is it making you, like, make better games?
Like, this is just crap offense here in the second half.
Doesn't know. This is the kind of stuff that just absolutely drives me nuts. But let's get into how it actually works. We're starting to test this ad-supported way to select games straight in your library, available to Xbox.
There we go. There we go. Let's get it going.
Xbox account and will stream games from their library with ads. Players will have 1 hour session limits supported across devices and regions. Now, to be clear, you gotta watch ads for something you love. Mind your own business, playing a game with sunlight. Bam! Look at that. Oh my god. Everybody's doing this. I'm sure the reactions will be rational and calm. This is it. What are they doing? These guys got ads on their own version.
Wow, they really gave me a generous spot. Like, I swear I was tackled like 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and it says 2nd and 10.
Xbox itself. Microsoft.
Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a more generous spot.
Get the idea of what happens after consoles, right? What do we do when there isn't an Xbox, when there isn't an ability to even afford to buy a PC? They want to...
Oh, no!
Instead, their goal is to make it weird. Instead of...
He threw it in instead of out. Oh!
Controls and a subscription, and it just plays on any TV, any surface nearby. That's the goal of it.
Fuck.
Always be watching commercials, participating in every match, every ticket party, even for the step.
I knew it was a risky throw, but man, it's just such a wrong area there. It should just be out, not in, out.
Let's say like a really high quality 50-hour RPG. I'll be watching 50 hours of ads, bare minimum, right? 50 ad breaks, and that's if I'm playing a solid 1 hour session. What happens if I'm just doing like little 30 minutes of grinding on the lunch break? If I'm going to watch hundreds of ads to play a video game, then I also thought, look at this, right? Xbox launching a test version of it. Each hour of gameplay will include at least 2 minutes of ad. Look at that. When I'm in the middle of the hardest mission in GTA 6 and an ad for Papa John shows up out of nowhere, I'm actually getting an ad right before the final boss. It just... To me, this is what just completely annoys me, right? Is that what happens when the art quality gets to degrade? The whole point of the discussion, like 10 years ago, there was this big debate about are video games art, right? Are they as moving as movies? As they as heartbreaking as books? Can you, like, write an entire album about heartbreak and it sells 10 million copies, right? There is a special place for video games because the person interacts with it. We, the gamer, are the controller of the story, and that makes it different. That makes the art more important in a lot of ways. Interrupting that with ads, it's psycho. I think a lot of these executives just think, look, we could put ads with YouTube videos, or we could put ads with like commercial breaks of a TV show, or you could put like, you know, Spotify Premium. You can get a list of like random like gobbledygook ads. They're clearly just thinking, well, if everything else has ads, let's shove ads into video games, not knowing that there is a reason that video games are the biggest art form on the planet. It's bigger than every other industry combined, and that is because gaming is the most immersive, interesting, livable art form by far. I keep seeing so many bots. I mean, clearly actual bots.
Come on, man.
Typed out 4 tweets in 4 seconds. Come on. This will make Xbox Cloud accessible to a much larger audience. 1 hour limit is reasonable for 3 tiers. 1 hour before launch.
Wow.
There's just so many bots. So many of this stuff seems like actual bots. Like, look at this. Technical difficulties waiting for update will continue to post on Xbox and gaming. Maybe this is a real person and that's a joke, but it sure doesn't seem like it. I love this because when someone's away with their tablet or phone, it's a great way to play stuff. Wow, this is so about options. Options are king, and Xbox is the king of options. This is the stuff that feels like it completely degrades the
Down 8
of the art. You can see that part of my annoyance about it is that clearly people like Matt Ball, they don't even know they're doing this. These people are so deeply, deeply evil. They're ripping apart the entire industry, and they don't even know they're doing it. No, I'm just trying to please the shareholders. I'm just trying something new and different. They don't realize they are permanently killing video games, right? The amount of people I talk to, like right now, I don't want to show the tweet, the text because it has their like legal name to it, but one of my friends was talking to you about actually trying to get a mod PlayStation 2 so they can play stuff, you know, on their TV that looks good, but just stuff that doesn't have ads, stuff that you can't just play. Hey, here's an RPG, here's an experience where I want to sit out and have something cool to play. People do not want to interact with modern gaming if there's all these barriers that make it worse and worse and worse and worse. Xbox is truly a race to the bottom, and it's only going to get worse. These are some of the thoughts.
You got clarity now. Actually see what you want to do downstairs. So look, this house more prepared.
Oh my God.
New CEO, same as the old CEO for Disney, at least when it comes to the necessity to lay off hundreds and hundreds of people seemingly every month. It seems like this has been a headline that we've had every 4 to 5 months for the last 3 or 4 years. When it comes to
First down.
It doesn't matter whether it's Josh tomorrow, because the problems at Disney remain the same. This is a company, at least when it comes to their television, streaming, and movies, that is not making profit. It's not making money. Will they have 1 or 2 big hits a year? Yeah, they will. And then the rest of their movies typically lose a lot of money for them. Look no further than the dichotomy between Toy Story 5 and Moana live action. Toy Story 5 went very well at the box office. Moana going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars for this company. But in the newest round of Disney layoffs, a lot of areas of their company are getting hit hard. Disney cutting hundreds more jobs in new round of corporate streamlining. Isn't that a nice way of saying we need to fire people to save money? Corporate streamlining. Pixar and Nat Geo are said to be hit particularly hard in the latest rounds of cuts, with some high-profile talent also being let go of at ESPN. And it's how many people who work there? I feel like every couple months we hear that 10 to 12, 15% of Pixar's workforce has been laid off. And, I mean,
Look, we know that Pixar is not the same. Ever since Lasseter left, Pixar has not been the same. And there's a reason why all their original shit is failing and flopping horrific and losing them so much money. It's the reason that we end up getting Toy Story 5 and Toy Story 6 maybe being played, and Frozen 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, because that's all they have.
Come on, man.
They can come up with that they know might make money for them. Any of the original stuff that they've put out, it is done horribly over the last several years.
We get any kind of blocking.
When you're talking about Pixar,
Even for like, can I get like
animation,
2 seconds to throw?
alternate releases, whether it's something like Wish or whether it's something like Elio, all of these original projects.
If I just have 2 seconds to throw, I'm gonna have a touchdown.
Because they fired so many of the people that had been working there a long time because they were straight white men, and they hired a bunch of people who were unqualified, but they were the right gender, right sexuality, the right skin color to make sure we were pushing diversity at Disney.
Oh, he dropped it? What the fuck?
In a big way. But let's get into this a little bit. The video game industry isn't the only part of the entertainment world experiencing major cuts. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Disney's initiated a new round of layoffs, eliminating hundreds of jobs. And hundreds of jobs might not seem like a lot, but we keep in mind that thousands were let go a couple months ago. Thousands were let go back in January. These things start to add up over the course of the year. This is the third round of cuts this year. Of the movie studios affected by Disney layoffs, Pixar is said to be the hardest hit. National Geographic won the most.
Dropped again. Ball in hand. Ball in fucking hand.
He's been there, never got fired. Ryan Clark got fired too. Made a video on Sports Source about Ryan Clark being fired because Ryan Clark deserved to be let go a long, long time ago. In a larger sense, these Disney layoffs, the third round of layoffs at the company this year, are part of a reorienting. Wow, it's always funny to come up with words and basically just mean you're fucking fired and Pixar talking about it. Restructuring, reorganizing, reorienting everything. Yeah, you're fine. We can't afford to pay all you people as much money.
Jesus.
Because we need to make sure we're still a profitable company. And yeah, so Pixar, the hardest hit. There are cuts throughout all like the film and Disney television and things like that as well. I didn't hear too much about streaming. Maybe it's because they already made a bunch of cuts to streaming. Because quite frankly, why would you subscribe to Disney Plus? There's nothing worth watching on there. I suppose unless you sit down and buy your television, not paying attention to them all day. But Pixar is the real saddest part, I think, because look, I'm 37 years old. So many people my age grew up with a lot of these movies, and you know, whether it was just Disney animation, whether it was Pixar, you know, grew up with these movies, and it seemed like everything they came out was not only just financially successful, but also something meaningful. Did they have a bomb every once in a while? Once in a great while, a shitty movie that did make a lot of money? Yeah, maybe. But for the most part, they put out a lot of bangers, and it just feels like that is not the case now. I just said article, right? From 2023. Pixar's not dead, but it is on life support. What went wrong with Disney's $15 billion animation game? And here we are in 2026, and other than something like Toy Story 5 or Moana 2, and now Frozen 3, whenever that's going to come out, they're done with original ideas. They used to have original ideas that were massively successful all at this time. Whether it was Disney Animation Studios, whether it was Pixar, and now it's just a shell of its former self. Basically, just like Disney as a whole is. Maybe when you look at Marvel, when you look at Star Wars, when you look at Pixar, maybe Disney is the fucking problem. When you look at ESPN and all these things, maybe there's a problem at Disney. Because this is the third round of layoffs this year, and it's certainly not guaranteed to be the last.
First to end physical games when it comes to major.
I know, dude. It's a pain in the butt. All these drops and all these sacks.
There's been lots of backlash. Unfortunately, there have been companies that have been kind of caught in the crossfire with things. We've talked about indie companies that are catching heat for no real reason. But this is all because of PlayStation's decisions. This is all because of what PlayStation...
He's got a 4th and 11.
The fact that they are being radio silent with their consumer base who is concerned about this. Now, you could say, well, what are they going to say? That's not my job to figure out. That's PlayStation's job. PlayStation is the one making this decision to end physical games in January of 2028. Not me. Not you. I'm not the person who's hired.
He missed the kick. Well, we still got a chance, guys. We still have a chance.
It kind of goes to show you...
Believe it or fucking not.
They don't care about this. I don't even know at this point in time that any sort
We got to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to send it to OT.
And this actually comes to us from a very interesting source when it comes to how PlayStation is handling all the negativity and the feedback internally when it comes to their decisions. So we're going to talk about it in today's video. I have a lot of things I want to say. I think it's a very interesting topic. Hopefully you do too. If this is your first time on the...
That's the story of the game. Ball in hand, can't come down with it. I mean, I understand that you're not going to make that catch every time when you get contacted, but no time? Zero this whole game?
You sign up and whatnot, you get free money to spend. You spend that money, they give me money, so I can buy more great comics. But let's talk about what the latest situation with PlayStation is. And it actually involves a PlayStation employee.
I caught it! I caught it!
This individual is very unique.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Clock's running! We gotta go to the end zone!
Now, Alana's an interesting character, and I'm not gonna delve, too far.
Oh, he dropped it!
Contributions, her potential over-embellishments of her contributions, this, that, and the other. That's not the video for this, but even taking all that into account, you might...
This is it, final play.
Necessarily trust her, why would you talk about her? I think we can all establish, everyone that's watching this video, that she does have a good...
Incomplete!
PlayStation. So you Santa Monica. That can't be...
We had a real chance. 2 shots at the end zone there.
At the very least, she does have connections with Sony in Santa Monica. She actually made a video on her YouTube channel, kind of talking about...
Alright, that's going to be it today, guys. I got an Avatar video I'm going to upload, where I did some Avatar gameplay. But that's it for the E-teams.
Alana did write some of the script for Gotham.
Speaking of E's, Eli, thanks for watching. Sam, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.